In the rugged landscapes of Norway, a leader emerged who would change the course of history. His name was Harald Fairhair, and he is remembered as the first King of Norway. Harald's story is one of ambition, warfare, and the unification of a nation. His reign marked the beginning of a new era for Norway, laying the foundation for the Viking Age and shaping the destiny of the Norwegian people. Harald's story takes us back to the 9th century AD, a time when Scandinavia was a patchwork of small, independent kingdoms. These kingdoms were often at odds with each other, competing for resources and dominance. It was into this world that Harald Fairhair was born, destined to unite his people and forge a powerful kingdom. Before Harald Fairhair, Norway was not a unified country. Instead, it was made up of many small kingdoms, each ruled by its own king or chieftain. These petty kingdoms were constantly fighting amongst themselves, vying for power and control over land and resources. This disunity made Norway vulnerable to attacks from outsiders and hindered its growth as a nation. The lack of unity among the Norwegian people meant that they were often at a disadvantage. Their constant infighting weakened them, making it difficult to resist outside threats or to prosper as a united force. It was clear that Norway needed a strong leader to unite the kingdoms and bring an end to the endless cycle of conflict. Harald Fairhair's rise to power began with a promise to a woman he loved, Gyda, the daughter of a powerful king. She refused to marry him until he had conquered all of Norway. This vow set Harald on a path of conquest that would shape the future of his nation. He gathered a loyal army and set out to unite the kingdoms of Norway under his rule. Harald's campaign to unify Norway was long and bloody. He faced fierce resistance from many of the petty kings who refused to relinquish their power. However, Harald was a skilled warrior and a cunning strategist. He won a series of crucial victories, gradually expanding his control over more and more of Norway. The Unification of Norway. The most famous battle in Harald's campaign took place at Hafrsfjord, where he faced a coalition of his enemies. This battle, fought sometime around the year 885 AD, was a decisive victory for Harald, cementing his claim as the first king of Norway. The Battle of Hafrsfjord marked a turning point in Norwegian history. With this victory, Harald Fairhair had achieved his goal of uniting the Norwegian people under his rule. After his victory at Hafrsfjord, Harald established a central government for Norway, bringing an end to centuries of internal strife. He established a system of law and order, and his reign ushered in a period of peace and stability that allowed Norway to flourish. He also established trade links with other countries, laying the foundation for Norway's future prosperity. A lasting legacy. Harald Fairhair's reign had a profound impact on Norway's history. By unifying the country, he laid the foundation for the emergence of Norway as a strong and independent nation. His reign marked the beginning of the Viking Age, a period of exploration, expansion, and cultural exchange that would see the Vikings leave their mark on much of Europe. Harald's unification of Norway also had a significant impact on the development of Norwegian culture and identity. It fostered a sense of national unity and pride among the Norwegian people. It also led to the spread of a common language and culture throughout the country, uniting the diverse groups of people who had once been divided by geography and allegiance. The Viking Age begins. Harald Fairhair's reign was a turning point in Norwegian history. He transformed Norway from a collection of warring kingdoms into a unified nation, paving the way for the Viking Age. His legacy lived on long after his death, inspiring generations of Norwegians and cementing his place as a pivotal figure in the history of his country. The unification of Norway under Harald Fairhair had unintended consequences. Many Vikings, accustomed to the old ways of independent rule and seeking new opportunities, set sail for foreign lands. They sought new lands to conquer and settle, leading to Viking raids and settlements across Europe and beyond. The Viking Age, with its voyages of exploration, conquest, and trade, had begun.